welcome back. And if this is the first time you're watching one of our videos, then it's nice to have you here. Today I'm going to be talking about guitar squeaks, the noise that you make against the guitar string, especially pretty obvious on acoustic guitars and classical guitars. And I have an example here using just fresh regular strings, and when they're not that polished they can make an awful lot of noise, extra noise, and that information can be as loud if not louder than the material being played.
This is Everything Guitar.
Here's the problem. So there's a pronounced problem now with Izotope. They make the, well, at present it's RX7, and it's an audio editor. Now when you've got a fret squeak in Izotope, what we're lucky enough to be able to see, and I'm zooming in on one of the fret squeaks, you can see where some of the noise is. Now you've got the regular sound wave, which is what we always used to be able to see. But in Izotope we've got this way of seeing the higher frequencies. We can audition the squeak. So it might be interesting just to see if I can isolate that one part of the squeak and just see if I can use some kind of spectral repair. Now I should always say that when you're working in a sound file, always work on a copy. So I'm going to turn this strength down to 1. You still hear a dropout. Try it again very gently. Dropout. Initial state. Spectral repair. So now if I zoom in, I think it might be interesting to zoom in and see what the difference is. So when it's, the regular squeak was that loud and the repaired squeak is that loud. So I'm going to take it back to its initial state and I'm going to up the strength by 1. Let's try that. Zoom back out and listen to that squeak. So I'm hearing a dropout. So that is spectral repair. I'm not that impressed. But maybe it's me, maybe we'll try another approach. So I'm going to try the Interpolate setting. I'm just going to draw around this area again, just the squeak. Zoom in. Try and treat as little as possible, and when it says quality, I think this is the gentle setting of 400. Let's undo that because I can see some quite dark areas. Let's see what happens when we go to quality 1, which is totally annihilating it. So okay, so we'll try 400. Just undone that. So okay, so that's had some bearing there. Well, that's the best result so far. Interpolate. Which is interesting because that's one of the ways I used to get rid of some noises. If other forms like volume and tone didn't work, I used to try the interpolate and sometimes it did. But you could see there that in terms of the waveform that's been repaired, what's interesting is you've got the wave is not really much bigger, so you know that even though there is a noise there, it's now at the same level as the recording, so it doesn't stand out. So in other words, you haven't totally destroyed your audio recording. You can see, look, there's part of the squeak there, but yeah, so you haven't destroyed it, and you can see where the squeak area is, where that noise area is all here. You can see the high frequencies here. So it hasn't destroyed it, but it's definitely reduced it. And then you can see that some of the highest frequencies have gone quite dark now. I'll undo those, the interpolation. So look specifically up, higher up. I'm going to put the interpolation back in. And it's slightly darker up here, I believe. Yeah, definitely is slightly darker. So it has worked a little bit on the high frequencies and it's definitely got rid of some of that noise. Okay, so given that that has been something that works, then I'm going to pick another target area, another big squeak, which looks like that. I'll play it. Okay, so picking another target area, there's a squeak there. So we know roughly that this interpolate works on this setting. So I'm going to go specifically for that area there and do the same thing. So let's see if it's got rid of... Yep. Okay, test the theory again. Find another section. Little noise there. I think that's the squeak. Looks like it. Yeah. So I'm not going to go too mad with the area. I'm just going to try and keep it as small as possible. And then just render that at this 400 setting. Yeah, it works. There's a little squeak there as well. There. Try the same. Yeah, so let's try rendering that. And we'll have a listen. Undo that, have a listen before. And I've just redone it. So definitely works. So Interpolate is probably the best tool. If you're an RX7 user, then that's something to try. Or if you don't already use RX7, then it's probably worth your while. So bit of falling down the stairs and landing on your feet there, but sometimes that's what you have to do with new software. You know, you can't always go by every manual and every tutorial video you see. So that one seems to have worked for me. So Interpolate, 400 settings, nice and gentle, doesn't seem to interrupt the quality.
And if you want to see more performance-based content from me, then head over to my main performance channel, the Dale Harris Guitar channel, and it's in the card right now in the right-hand corner. And you know the saying, those that can, do, and I should leave out the other bit that says, those that can't talk about it. So if this video has helped you, then why not subscribe? And why not check out some of our other videos? And there are 2 here to check out for you now. And remember, don't just watch, play, and make the commitment to becoming a better guitarist by subscribing to the channel. All the best. Hasta luego.